fog will settle over all of us.
Chaos holds no place in my soul.
Don't worry. I'm here.
Identified.
Halthor's mark? But how?
Halthor, you treacherous wretch! I have no need for your false protection! Vile snake! That treacherous backstabber! Where is Halthor? The so-called god who brought disgrace upon me! Fallen. He is dead?
That's right! Halthor has been dead for thousands of years!
Wonderful. A fate most fitting for a traitor. It has been eons since I last unfurled my wings. Was it you, scaleless mortals, who unbound me? Know this. Whatever the reason for awakening me from that humiliating slumber, I grant you the privilege of knowing my name. The flame of the abyss, the heart of the crystal, the third daughter of the earth and sky, and a sister to the stars. I am named Ascarion's soul.
Just like what historical records said. The primordial dragon came to Asperia from the Sea of Stars and formed a friendship with Halthor 10 millennia ago. But you cursed us! And now the dwarves can no longer use magic!
That stench! The daughter of Halthor! Such is the fate you deserve.
But why? Weren't you two great friends?
That covetous god is beneath the dignity of my friendship. When those foolish and warlike gods fought amongst themselves, I breathed dragon fire and aided Halthor in forging weapons. When the treacherous Hypogeans dared to invade, I marshaled my progeny, and together with him, expelled our foes. But he was not content. He stripped away my scales and fashioned them into armor. He severed my sharp horns, honing them into deadly weapons. He wielded peace as a righteous cause and beguiled me into paying its price. Alas, I was so foolish that I did not see it at the time. He stripped the skin and extracted the bones of my descendants who fell in battle. He crushed and consumed those of my descendants who had not yet been born. It was then that I knew.
Is this true? Did Helthor really do this?
Indeed, I finally saw through his deceit. In his eyes, we are not but tools. Thus, I sought to punish him for his treachery and violence. I cast a curse and laid waste to Helthor's empire. In retaliation, he wielded his power to seal my consciousness and force me into a deep slumber. I did not anticipate that I would encounter one of his people upon my awakening. What do you seek to gain by awakening?
I wanted to ask you to help me prove the Queen's wickedness to my people, with no intention of asking for more. However...
Who are you? It is difficult for me to discern your nature as a mortal. I had assumed you were a son of Helthor. But by your aura, you seem to be a descendant of Misati, and also appear to be of my bloodline.
Great Askerion soul. My clan has survived to this day thanks to your descendants. In response to the punishment imposed by Misati, the Assail have resorted to using the concentrated essence of dragon eggs.
Even in my deep slumber, the fate of my kin being desecrated had not changed. The world is not but an arena for the gods. Asperia is trampled by the very creatures it gave birth to, and we shall inevitably become their playthings. Upon those vile empires who dare exploit my descendants, I shall unleash utter annihilation. Yet today, you three have freed me from my bondage and delivered the glorious news of Helthor's downfall. For that, you shall be rewarded once for your deeds. Do not let greed consume you. Awakening me is no small feat, but for such a deed, only one reward shall be granted. Child of Misati, I can aid your people. Child of Helthor, I can lift your curse. And you, the Immaculate One, unmarred by the gods, I can foretell your destiny. There is no doubt it is you I speak of. Come, make a choice.
You can lift the curse, but I don't want the curse removed anymore. Indris, I'll leave this chance to you.
But isn't this what you've always wanted, Zany?
Lifting the curse was indeed my obsession. But now that I think about it, this restriction of magic was the driving force behind the development of our technology. We now push the limits of knowledge, relentlessly striving for perfection, unafraid to defy nature's laws. To learn, calculate, and be tested is the truth we have embraced. And now, another truth has been revealed to me. The god we put so much of our faith in has harmed the dragon race more than the Assail. Regardless of past events, with your bare hands, there's no way! No mortal can do that!
Then you are powerless to punish the sinner, you weak, scaleless mortal.
Okay. I'm willing to try.
Are you insane? You'll be burned to death!
If it means protecting Salthoran, I would pay any price. Even my own life. I've made up my mind.
Mortal, do you have the courage, with your fragile body, to extract Helvor's power?
Helthor never bestowed his grace upon you! You'll be burned alive!
The power of Helvor. Fearless one, take it! You have what you came for. Now leave at once. Remember your promise. Your oath. Fulfill your promise. If there is any further deception and delay, my wrath will utterly crush you to dust. Immaculate One, watch over him. I once drifted through the sea of stars for what felt like an eternity, until the seed of life took root in Hesperia and welcomed me. Finally, I found a home once more. To this day, I am forever grateful for their acceptance. They are the miracle of the seed of life, the root of the very tree of life. They stand as the greatest being in all of Hesperia. The seed of life and I shared a similar journey. We both wandered the vast, lonely sea of stars for an eternity. At long last, they stumbled upon a world that no one had ever discovered before. Hesperia, untouched and unspoiled by life. The Tree of Life is the ultimate truth that all from the tiniest insect to the most powerful of gods, all must heed the laws of the tree. But though it once gave me life, It has long since withered in a place far beyond reach. The seed of life descended into the abyss of Hesperia. Struck Hesperia was forever changed, becoming a sacred world entwined with the tree of life. Yet, in the end, they defiled everything. You alone remain pure and untainted, untouched by the darkness that once consumed them. Silence! Enough with your questions. Since you've boldly claimed that you wish to control your destiny, let fate reveal its answer to you. The scaleless mortal named Indris. Do not forget your pledge.
I will bring this to an end.
Then I shall wait for you to fulfill the oath you've sworn. Do not fail me.
Look, the divine dew. A brilliance beyond compare. Yet,
It is not divine. You know that.
and what of it?
You're digging your own grave.
Nay, this is ascension. To surrender all to the Queen's will. This is the highest fate.
Look at what you've been saying! After all that high and mighty talk, the divine grace, the Queen's blessing, and now you're just using it as bathwater? You don't call that a disgrace?
The divine dew is divine grace itself. There are many ways to enjoy it. My heart, always humble and thankful, finds solace in this gift. It holds me, as if I were returning to my mother's loving embrace. What doubts do I have, Toplander? Its power, its grace, its love are present in this very moment. Toplander, perhaps you yourself have uttered the name of a god in reverence, and perhaps you believe your faith is true. But such hopes are mere illusions, a fantasy that cannot possibly exist in the world as it truly is.
The divine dew is a lie. You're just parasites, feeding off the life force of a dragon. And worse, you used these lies to turn the people into puppets, manipulating them at will. The whole of Southorn, and the faith you cling to, is built on the bones of dragons and a mountain of lies!
And what of it?
What did you say?
Even if every word you say is true, what of it? I have intimately known the agony of corruption and transformation, Indris. It felt as though fire coursed through me, and everything I reached for dissolved into foul smoke. It was as though countless thorns drove into me, inch by inch, tracing my very bones and veins, from the soles of my feet to my throat. You cannot comprehend. Once, we cherished all things. The wind, earth, and water, the stars, the sun, and the moon. But then, we were abandoned. Amidst despair, solitude, and agony. It was her such warmth, such kindness. The love she has given is unmatched. She is without fault. What would you know of it? That grace is no mere gift. It is the love destined for us, bestowed by Her Majesty. Indris, have you forgotten the gentle embrace of the divine dew? Has the radiant light not once offered you solace in this eternal darkness? Even if it was tainted by lies, even if it was stained with flesh and blood, hasn't everything remained as it should? Our faith, our kingdom, our grace. Is it not all still in its rightful place? Why can't you see this, Indris?
I understand.
Ah, yes! I knew the truth would reach.
You are not a parasite, Valara. Nor are you a puppet. You are the pillar that holds up this blood-stained kingdom. The silk thread guiding the puppets. You are the ant that nourishes the parasite.
That's right. I am. To live in this sacred land. To feel the blessed touch of the divine dew. And to carry such an unwavering faith. It fills my soul. To me, sacrificing everything for this purpose is neither burden nor hardship. Only glory and bliss.
You are beyond redemption. Serelith! The primordial dragon has awakened. The lies you've built are about to crumble.
The dragon has awakened! You are about to tear down the foundations of Salthorin. This is what you seek, Indris. For the sake of your so-called mercy and justice, you've destroyed the only hope of the Assail.
The only hope. Do you recognize this, Your Majesty? I'm sure this is something you will never forget. Feli's family guarded this heirloom for generations, and the Sylvan Tendril was once used by the sage Tasso to guide the Assail clan, before being killed by Valara's fanaticism. Feli went to the surface. When his curse took effect, the long-dormant Sylvan Tendril exuded a purifying power. Under Merlin's guidance, the Sylvan Tendril purified the corrupt magic within Feli's body, erasing the so-called curse. If at that time...
Silence! Do not presume to speak on matters beyond your understanding, you ignorant youths! Our bodies were already in ruins by then. With each step, Tasso spat blood, and some among us were so grievously wounded that our very organs threatened to spill from our bodies. No one in our ranks could have endured any longer. This is the agony the curse has inflicted upon us. If we were incapable of eradicating the Hypogeans, what choice remained? Beg Misati for mercy and forgiveness? Do not think we did not try.
Don't you see? This means there's another path. No reliance on dragon eggs. No another path to live without crawling through the dirt like some lowly reptile.
Do you truly think another path exists? You are mistaken. Without a quick resolution, and if we had hesitated to save them one by one, the Assail clan would have been nothing but a memory. Do you truly believe those hyena-like nobles, priests, and desperate commoners would uphold their sense of morality as they wither? No. They would sacrifice anything for the chance to survive. To stabilize South Thorin, lies are necessary. I acknowledge the sin of exploiting the dragons, but that was the only lifeline available to me, and for that, I owe them my gratitude. With the cultivation of the Divine Dew, we were able to stretch out our wings like dragons and flourish in this underworld. Guided by our fate, this was and is our only path.
I admit, I didn't endure the suffering of that time. But I know well enough that there are those in the clan who can't even face their own hearts. The commoners brawl like wild dogs for scraps, while the nobles feign respectability. Even the smallest change could spark panic, riots, and madness. And that is all due to your lies!
It was a necessary deception. A sacrifice that had to be made to safeguard this path.
Sacrifice? Then let me give you a choice. As Carrion Soul, the primordial dragon, propose to exchange your life for the redemption of the Assail clan.
Ah, what a noble proposal.
You've always boasted about your sacrifice, claiming to bear a heavy responsibility. Well, now's your chance to prove it. Or are sacrifices meant to be borne by others, while you always stand at the top, judging them from above?
Arrogant worm. Do you truly believe that dragon will spare you? That dragon will spare no one.
Indeed. I'm tired of your lies. How is your behavior different from that of the goddess you hate?
That's right. Even if it was an emergency situation and dragon eggs were used, why haven't you tried finding ways to break the curse? The history of the Ironheart Dominion was wiped out and lost to time. But now, even those idiots in Brimstone Village are trying to use half-forgotten tech to summon a god to lift our curse. Over the years, not only did the Assail fail to rise and progress, you kept digging deeper into a hole of your own making!
Silence! How could you possibly understand?
The sacrifice and blood of the dragon saved us. Our trust and loyalty kept the Assail together. Your lies did nothing. Despair, damnation, and pain made us fall into the abyss. And your lies have held us there for centuries.
It is truly pitiful, Indris. You are utterly blinded by your obsession and misguided sense of justice. Your sins will never be forgiven, but I shall forever pity your ignorance and foolishness.
With that half-dragon body, don't try to act all compassionate, Your Majesty. That expression of anger on your face is more genuine than the facade of divinity you trot. So before we take out our weapons, there's one last question I need to ask. How did Tasso die? That wise sage possessed the Sylvan Tendril and knew its effects. He could have pointed out another path for the Assail. How did he die back then? Did Masati's curse truly kill him? Or was it someone else? Your silence tells me everything I need to know. This must all end. For the exploited dragons, for the oath I swore to the primordial dragon, and for all the souls you've corrupted with your lies.
Was I who saved our entire race from ruin. Without my divinity, they would all have withered.
You're beyond salvation.
Mark my words, they will scorn you more than they ever hated me. And I shall await you in the abyss!
I need to see what's happening. With the Queen dead, the statue she held together with magic would have shattered. Salthorin will be plunged into chaos after the citizens see that.
I understand, Indris, but you just killed her. It's too dangerous to go there now.
That's why I need to go there even more. The gods need to maintain order and calm the people.
Stop being so stubborn. What if you get caught when you get there?
I am Indris, captain of the Salthorin Guard. Before I'm relieved of my duty, I'll never hide when the people need me. Not when it matters the most.
I can't believe he said that with a straight face. Sounded pretty cool, though. All right, I'm in. But if the situation turns on us, we make a run for it.